definitions of marry. If you look up marry, one of the definitions is joined together or combined.
Right.
That's all it is. But we live in a world, like Classy said, now today, where no one's willing to take the negative, which is crazy because even when you go mathematical, 2 negatives make a
positive.
I mean, that's too deep. We don't want to go there. But I'm serious. Like, I really feel that once we start to understand that marriage and relationships, there's going to be a lot more negatives than positive.
Yeah.
Are you willing to tolerate that? Are you content with your partner or who you chose? Are you willing to be complacent in where you are? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember.
Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, I remember telling an ex-girlfriend of mine she complained too much, and she was like, "Well, if I complain too much, then why are you here?" I was like, "Because the next one gonna complain too much. That's not a quality you leave over. All of y'all gonna complain too much. That's on every make and model. That's standard. You know what I'm saying? They come on every make and model. So leaving you over, you complaining, I'm just gonna go find somebody that look different that's gonna complain. So it's not worth. You know what I mean? I got to find something deeper than that to dip for.
Right.
Yeah.
And I hate to be the guy that brings it up, but most women who leaves a man because he cheats, the next man does what?
Cheat. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep.
I mean, it sounds.
But that's that mistake that he's choosing to make.
It ain't no mistake. It's not a mistake. Most men cheat because of the woman. I'm just saying it. I know it's unpopular, but most men cheat because of their woman. It's just what it is. Most men, when they pick their woman and they settle down, they not planning on being a cheater. They wouldn't even lock in with you if that was the case.
Right.
You know, especially these days, 9 times out of 10, you already hitting that before y'all put a title on it. So it's not like you got to put a title on it. So if you put a title on it, it's because you actually have good intentions. A lot of times dudes cheat because of neglect and voids. I'm telling you, men cheat to fill voids.
What are some of the top reasons men cheat?
Neglect. Neglect of some kind, lack of affirmations, lack of intimacy, right? Women like to get in relationships, get comfortable, stop putting out the way they used to. So lack of intimacy, lack of affirmations. There's something lacking. Lack of listening, right? Men do communicate often. Women don't hear well. Men communicate, we talk. That same post that I went live about, that shit got almost 10,000 likes on it. That where I wrote in the comments of that video, if a man is quiet, is because he tried talking. That shit up to almost 10,000 likes on that one comment, just because so many men agree with it. It's true. Like, we talk,
right,
and then we go quiet. Yeah.
That's really the problem with these spaces right now. Women are trying to join the conversation instead of listen to the conversation. Men are talking every day. Every time you click a YouTube video, regardless if it doesn't sound right to you, if it don't sit well in your soul, it might hurt you, or you might want to come back with a jab. But if you really just take the substance, that it's there. It's there. It's I mean, even from the simps to the red pill, everybody's giving you a little bit of something. You just have to be willing to take it and stop worrying about the messenger or how the message is relayed, and be like, you know what? He hitting on something there. Because I used to always ask women this when a woman would talk about their ex or something. I used to ask them, like, so what would you done better in the relationship? Because the ex don't matter no more. But you are still that's why on my video on TikTok I said women who are single are the common denominator. If you're always single, you're the common denominator. Don't matter what action the man did to lead to you being single, you are the common denominator. So why is that man leaving? Kind of like Classy said, no, a lot of women don't ask that. A lot of women go right to, oh, I can't believe you messed with that stanky girl. Oh, and she fat. She did. They go right to actually judging the woman, how the woman looks. Oh, she got tattoos all over her. Oh, she work at Walmart. Like, y'all go and judge all exterior. And you never sit down and ask that man, is like, I'm hurt, but like, what made her better?
I've asked why in my relationships that had infidelity, and most of the time it's like, oh, I don't know, or just because. I've asked why, so I can become a better woman, to see what you're missing. I want to know what you're missing to where you feel you have to go step out.
So
And I always get, oh, I don't know. I just because.
So even with a man giving you that horrible answer,
right?
Do you ever, over these years, are you able to look back and find that answer for yourself? Like, do you know where you could have been better?
In some instances, yes, but, or I would say one instance, yes, because I wasn't always the great woman, either. I've messed up one good relationship I did, and I let it go. But the ones after that, I'm not the perfect woman, no, but I tried my best to make sure that relationship was being sustained. You know what I'm saying? I tried my best to be that woman, and still they stepped out, on top of not knowing why they stepping out.
You got anything for Classic before you?
No, they know why. They just didn't want to say whatever it was. They probably just didn't want to say. They know why. We know why. We know why. And I'm not even a cheater. I just know a bunch of them.
I guess some men just like to explore their options, whether or not they got a good woman at home or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, and I just think that goes back to the safe space thing. Not to put it back on women, but it go back to the safe space thing. Men lie because they don't feel comfortable telling the truth. They can't get, they feel like they can't get their desired outcomes if they tell the truth. So they manipulate to try to finesse, the desired outcome they want. But obviously at the assault of somebody else's emotions, essentially, is what's happening. But yeah, like, like I went through my phase where it was just like, listen, I'm not putting no title on nothing. And not because I want to run in the streets or none of that. Just I don't want what come with the title. Your expectations change, the obligations, everything that you want that come with that title. The root word of entitled is title. I don't want it. I'm cool. And when I was on that, I made it clear. Hey, listen, I don't want don't try to put nothing on me. Don't stamp me as nothing. Friends with benefits, nothing. Don't call me nothing. Call me by my name. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And I was upfront about that. It didn't stop nothing. It doesn't stop anything. And a lot of times women just appreciate the honesty. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The transparency and honesty. Yes.
Yeah. But you know why they respect the honesty, Classic?
Not used to it.
That, but also a lot of times us as men, when we say we don't want a title, we're putting a relief on the woman. A lot of these women are just like men. They don't want it either. So when you go up to that woman and you finally tell her, like, no, hey, we just chilling, man. We ain't girlfriend, boyfriend. We ain't friends with benefit. You call me, if I'm free, I'll hit, whatever. That lets weight off of her. That's the only reason why a lot of women are accepted to the truth, because your truth is usually their truth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the craziest part about it, how manipulative they are, because they want us just as bad as we want them, but it's like they number one goal is to hide it and shit. It's like but then at the same time, I can't blame them, because then the women who are honest about all of the desires that they deal with, we talk about them crazy. So it's like a no-win. It's like a no, but I think there's a level of
See?
How do I describe it? Say, yep, definitely don't want to talk.
See?
It's for some women, not all women. A woman, it just depends on what that woman wants. The same thing, it depends on what that man wants. If that man wants a relationship with somebody, he gonna want a title. If that woman wants a true relationship with somebody, they're gonna want a title.
But it goes back to what me and Classic was talking to Crystal about yesterday, though. You want a title, but you don't bring everything to the table that requires that title. Like, you see what I mean? Like, you got to bring all the elements. You got to bring all.
If she brings all the elements to the table,
she said, "I used to, though." If she does, we go from there.
That shit tough.
Yeah, like,
because females cheat so much. Like, we always talk about men cheating. Females cheat so much. Like, they cheat more than men. And I feel like it's been that way. It's just the internet is exposing it. But you got to understand, most men can't even cheat if they want to. Most men have a hard time getting access to one consistent vagina, let alone a few. There's only a small percentage of men who could like move and groove like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's been a misconception. Whereas with women, it's very easy for them to acquire the type of physical attention from a man. Like it takes way less effort. So the fact that like this misconception, like, oh, men cheat so much more or they cheat so often, it's like, it's never been true. It's never been true. If a woman want to go get laid, she doesn't have to do much at all. If a man wants to acquire some sex outside of, or some schmecks for the YouTube outside of his particular relationship, it's going to require a level of effort for him. You know what I'm saying? He got to damn near be intentional about it. Whereas with women, they could just decide that day. They could decide within an hour time frame. You know what? Happy hour going well. That dude that been looking at me, he can get it right now. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? They could just make a spur of the moment decision. We can't do that. We got to plot on it. We got to, you know, unless you just one of those. Unless
conversation and everything.
Yeah. Talk about, you end up halfway liking the joint by the time you get around to it. You know what I mean?
But it just goes so deep. I hope one day, hopefully on our Sunday service, we can talk about it. It goes so much deeper though. It goes like it's not even cheating if y'all not married. And a man who once a man's divorced, that's adultery for the rest of his life. Like the word speaks of these things. Like, like it
that's what the word says.
Nobody wants to be technical. Everybody wants to give their version of how they feel about like, but if we get back to the root and the foundations, and that's why I think other countries have better successful rates than us too. They understand what brought them to where they are today. America, we want to create our own path. We want to go our own way. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. And that's really the problem. Because if you ain't married, you single. Technically, it's nothing binding two people together. You're single. But to make women happy, you got to give titles.
Yeah, and women aren't really American women or Western women in general just aren't okay with the resolution. The resolution for the dating crisis is simple. You vote for somebody who's willing to make polygyny legalized, where a man could take up multiple wives. You can put a limit on it, put a cap at 3, put a cap at 4. But that's literally the fix. And if you make it legal, the way most citizens of the country are sheep, if you make it legal, the amount of women that are actually kind of open to it, they gonna come jumping out the woodwork. They already cool with it. It's just not okay to say out loud. But if the government says, hey, you guys can do this, I could talk about it now. You know what? A sister wife wouldn't be so bad. You know, maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? Because you already got chicks like Sarah Fontenot. I watched her say, my husband, I need a whole crew. If I'm going to have kids for my husband, I need a nanny. I need chefs. I need this. I need that. You just need another wife, an extra wife or 2. That's what it sounds like. You don't need this staff of people that you have to pay. These people should be bringing in income and contributing to the village. You don't need a staff of people. Get you a man that can afford him a couple of wives, or all of y'all. Sarah, you make good money. Your man you say you don't date men that don't make good money. He make good money. The other wife can make good money. Now y'all got all this good money coming in the house and everybody helping everybody. That's the resolution to most of these people's problems. Most people are halfway in a polygynous relationship anyway. You got the chick, her child, baby daddy, his other baby mama, her child. They get along halfway decent. And then the both of y'all halfway still like the guy, but y'all mad at him because of his ways. It's just be with him. It's polygyny. It's dysfunctional, but it's polygyny.
And it's crazy, Clax. I remember when I was over in when I was deployed out in Kuwait, like actually being able to be in the Middle East and watch a dude walking with both of his families in the mall. And then you go to their houses, you can see their houses off the highway. They got, because every wife has to have the same thing the other one has, so everything's identical. They got a bridge that bridges the 2 homes together, and these guys and women are some of the most happiest people in the world. Like, and I'm gonna tell you this: when I went to Kuwait, boy, I was like, man, everybody over there looked like Kim Kardashian. Those women that they need to be covered up. The beauty that you see in the middle, that beauty is different. Like it's different. And I remember it was so many black dudes that was contractors that stayed over there, and then they love us because if you marry their daughters, now they got somebody to pass down the royalties to, the money to. A lot of them only have daughters, so they can't pass the name down to nobody, and they don't believe in that. So like, it was black dudes out there, man, who came out there to be security. Before you know it, they've been living out there 10, 12 years, man. They living the dream.
Yeah.
Driving Bentleys, and they live in a dream. They've been there, you know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So let me play devil's advocate a little bit.
Good.
So in these relationships with no titles, the man, if he chooses to have 2, 3 different women, that's what he chooses. But the woman, she can't have 2 or 3 different men.
Oh no! If I'm doing no title, I don't care what you got going on.
So you okay?
Yeah, I think that's the point of no title. Like you do. That's the point of it. Like, I'm not holding you to the fire. You're not holding me to the fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a horrible truth about it. When you don't put a title on a woman, they more loyal to you. Yeah, they're more loyal. They want to be around you. They want to be in your skin. They want to figure out when you got free time. They want to do. They want your body. They want your time. They want your energy. They want your conversation. And maybe it's because of the feeling of chasing, or because they can't have it, or whatever it is. Whatever it is, but they more loyal. You put a title on it, she step out in a heartbeat. Their work husband be clapping cheeks, but you leave it wide open, and you the only person she talk to. I only talk to you. What are we doing?
And when you don't put a title on it too, it's easier to eliminate those who aren't for you. You don't put a title on things, the other people will just fall to the wayside. The best candidate will always do the hardest running campaign. The best, the best camp. Hey, they gonna run the best campaign. All because women who say they cool with it, they're not really cool with it. So you just got to be able to see who's gonna run their course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let them do what they want, so they can show you exactly what they want to do.
And that's why I said one of the biggest things that really bothered me as I got older, I was pissed off that nobody really told me what dating was. I had to learn. That's the one thing I wish I would have, like, because, and again, you know, Classic makes fun of it, but that's what I learned with dealing with white people. White people understand dating. Black people think that you're property or a possession. Like, white people are like, hey, yeah, we're dating. And women will tell you, oh yeah, me and Mark are going out to Cheesecake Factory on Tuesday. Like, you know, they'll tell you everything because y'all are just dating. It's no like you really got to get your head wrapped around what dating is. And I feel in black society and culture, we don't date. We're told to find that person and you lock up with them.
Lock it in.
Yeah, like that girl did for 7 years, and now she's miserable.
That poor man.
Yeah, that poor man. It is bad.
He's a victim of her.
He is.
Yeah,
he really is.
Yeah.
Alicia said, "I can bring all the elements, and I'm still good without the title. Now I don't cheat. I don't want it done to me, and I have always been that way." Okay. That's why you should be. That's how you should be. Alicia, do you think that's fair to yourself, though? To bring everything to the table and then not want a title, but then don't want the person to still live their life? It's still like it's almost like
I'm not gonna bring everything to the table without a title.
Yeah, it's almost like you still have some ties on the person. Like you still got some stipulations. And there should be no stipulations with no title. Jen said a person wants and needs and expectations are just that and should not be tied to a title. There's nothing wrong with being transparent about this from the beginning. Maybe this would save a lot of wasted time for both parties. These things are in all relationships, not just romantic. I think that's why you see a lot of businessmen do a little bit better over time. Thank you for saying that. She said, "I'm not bringing nothing to the table."
But you just said now you're contradicting yourself, Alicia. Go on back. Wait a minute. She said, "I can bring all the elements." Come on back, Alicia.
What a sisterhood, yeah, Classic. What a sisterhood.
My name Wes. I ain't in that mess.
And we finna go to the next topic.
Wait, I don't know. She need to come on back now. She said she's not bringing nothing to the table. But I thought you said you're gonna bring all the elements without a title.
Let's go.
What is it?
Topic.
She did. She said,
I got you, Alicia. I got the next topic up.
Alicia know I love her, so don't do that.
I bet.
look at these 304s.
Yeah, but have you seen this yet, Classic?
Nah, I seen like snippets of people like covering it, but I didn't watch it though. Look at these three. They're those two. I know those two. They are notorious bust.
The banner down at the bottom. We can't see Classic.
Yeah, let me control it.
Yeah, these two women here are notorious bust downs. Don't they run a platform?
Yes, they do. Called Horrible Decisions.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
But it's not them this time.
Okay.
Listen, fellas, 6 men to find your husband.
How do you differentiate or tell women that they could have these non-committal, friends with benefits situations with men while also wanting the feelings of being cared for, like if they were their partner?
I loved what you said so much about accepting your fate, because when you just know in your heart, and most people can know this, 80% of people will find a long-term partner by 40. I can't promise you that 80% of people are going to get a house, are going to have their dream job. I can't make that kind of promise. You're going to live in the best city. But that is a stat that only exists for this space. So you can almost move like it's going to happen. But you also have no control over when you meet that person. What you do have control over, I think, though, is your light. Like being in a space where you are light, where you feel liquid, where you don't feel needy because you have opportunities around you. I would say, and I did this when I had a fuck buddy, which Jared is my fuck buddy, which is the worst plot twist. I know, it's so boring.
Now look what you turned into.
Such a good fuck buddy relationship because I had Jared as a fuck buddy. I had a cuddle buddy who I would go and sleep over with afterwards because that's
not what y'all had.
No, but the other guy, I would go over there. We never had sex, but I would walk his dog.
He had to be smaller.
We would be
attracted.
He was so fine. He was a model. He wasn't what Jared had sexually sauce-wise and skill-wise.
The skill.
He's smiling. This other dude was stunning and gorgeous. I loved being around him. I liked his energy. I just didn't think we would have great sex. But I knew I liked being around somebody really attractive, and he was fun. You can have 6 people that make up one and keep your heart open and knowing that when you find the one, you're going to know.
And you don't have to sleep with all 6. That's another thing about dating. Like when you share, I'm talking to 6 guys, doesn't mean I'm having sex with all of them. So you could literally kind of build a bear until you find the one that you really want to be like, okay, I'm good with talking.
Oh man. April, will let you stand up for your
no. Put Classic up there. I don't have nothing to say to
Look at these. Listen to these Jezebels. Listen to them. Listen to these Jezebels, and she's lying.
And that's
she's lying.
That's a room of 4 on the same page now.
She lied. She lied. You're lying. You don't have no man that is stunning and gorgeous as your after intimacy cuddle friend. No. We're not playing that role. We're not playing that role. No man that is relatively generally attractive is playing cuddle buddy role on a consistent basis. And she's talking about, we never were intimate. That's cap. That's cap. If she has 6 dudes in her rotation, at some point in time, 5 of them hit. It's always one simp that'll drive his resources before he realizes what's going on and get out the situation and don't get to smash nothing. 5 of them hit. She's lying.
That's what Jared was. Jared was the simp that was willing to stay. That was her husband behind them that they were talking about now. He married her, and she married him only because he had the best sex and style. And
she lying about that. She's lying to make him feel good about wife and a 304. She lying. She know what to say. That's one thing I can say about hoes. They know what to say. They know how to act. They know how to be. That's why we fall in love with them. We fall in love with them. Some of the situationships I never wanted to let go was with hoes. They are so convenient. What? Good women are headaches. Good women are headaches. Hoes are not headaches. They'll let you play your game, make you something to eat, rub your shoulders, run their fingers through your hair. They don't care. They're gonna let you rock. They don't care.
They don't care.
They sit in the cut. It's like a what you say, a low energy dog. It's like a companion animal. They like a companion animal. They just know what to be when you need them to be it. That's it. Service dog. That's it. And they know. And we fall in love with them. That's what we want from wives.
Because it's so peaceful.
They are peaceful as hell.
Great discussion. 333. Appreciate that.
What up? Yeah. Chat 333 in the building. What up?
What you think?
It's they're divulging too many women's secrets. But no,
Hold on. Elaborate. Continue, ma'am.
They're telling too much of our business. They shouldn't be doing that. But you know, women, let me tell you, women can juggle men just like men juggle women. And we tend to do it a little bit better than the men.
Yeah.
And a lot of men don't think that women know how to keep their feelings out of it. In some instances, we do. We know how to keep our feelings out of it.
Yeah, we know the savage. We know the savage nature of y'all. We just not allowed to say it out loud without ridicule. Oh, you're a misogynist. Oh, you hate women. Oh, if you didn't love your mother, just say that. We know y'all savages. Straight savages.
We can be.
Count the amount of good women in the Bible. Norris, you just said it. You just said it's scriptural. Are there more wives in the Bible or just women? Yeah, off top of your head. Women.
And I always tell people, that's why I always tell people I can tell somebody who knows the word and who does it, because I tell every woman, your goal is to be a Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth should be who you desire to be. Ruth was married, husband died, sons died, went through a famine, followed every assignment God gave her. Boaz purchased her. He left things behind for her to make sure that she didn't go without. That's why I keep telling everybody, you don't need to be no virtuous woman. You need to be a Ruth. You need to be a woman who could have a good thing, go through a bad thing, and follow the road to get back to that good thing. And not even expect it. Because it says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. So that's why I be telling people, everybody want to be a virtuous woman, okay? He said, I want my real bag. Tell him, we're here to let people know the truth. I'm telling you. Wait till we blow up. See, right now, wait till we blow up. Wait, you're gonna be front and center, man. You, Chat 333, Alicia, everybody gonna be front row when we blow up. And all we're gonna say is, I told you so.
And see, I will say this too.
You already said, you already spilled the beans. Go ahead.
I already spilled the beans.
I mean, literally, this lady said exactly what you said. She just gave a full scenario.
Right. And it's the same reason men step out, women step out too. I can agree with that. She has a man for every role. She needed somebody to cuddle. She needed somebody to do her well. She needed, different men serve different purposes.
So did you just lie to me in Classic earlier?
About what?
You just asked us why the man stepped out and you needed an answer, but you said women step out for the same reason. So why do you need answers to reasons that you guys use?
Why do I need a reason?
I said you guys, women in general.
Women in general. Why do we need a reason that the men step out?
That's what you asked me in class. You said when you went through it and you had a guy step out and he didn't give you the answer you wanted, but you just articulated to me in Classic and every man that's watching across the world is that women step out for the same reasons that men do.
Right. So I told you that. I asked y'all why.
But
and
you know why.
Wait a minute. I asked you why. You told me why. And now I just said that women step out for the same reason men do. Okay, I didn't lie.
Oh, you didn't lie.
I agreed with you saying that women do step out for the same reasons that men do.
I disagree.
How so?
Because women are never satisfied. Men are. I can get on the phone right now live with nobody knowing I'm streaming and call 3 husbands that'll tell you they satisfied with their wives. And I can call you 3 wives I tell you, give me Give me what's 2 things you would change about your man? Oh, I could give you 10. Yeah. Y'all never satisfied. It don't matter what boxes he checks, how
If
tall
men
he
were
is.
satisfied, they wouldn't step out.
That's not no. That's not true.
Yeah,
That's not true. That's not true. If a man is not satisfied, he'll leave. Stepping out and leaving, because y'all always ask. Y'all always ask us.
He don't step out.
Oh no. See, no. Let me bring you home on us. See, y'all always ask, well, why did you step out? Why you ain't just leave? He don't want to leave. Because he actually loves her, he actually likes her, and he know for whatever this window of time is, over the course of our 60 years together, this gonna be a small window. But in this window, you tweaking. And so he step out, get his temporary reprieve, and he bring his solid ass back on home. Men who aren't satisfied, they get up out of there altogether. We gone. Look at some of the rich men. Money don't keep us. When we unsatisfied, some of the richest men in the world then divorced and paid the bread. I'm out.
Because they're rich, they can't do that. Because they're rich, they can do that.
What's the
difference is your common man who is not rich, who is making it the way he can. If it's cheaper to keep her, he gonna keep her and he gonna step out.
All right. What you think, Norris? Come on back, dog. Because
I disagree. And I'm gonna say Tom Brady is the perfect example. Tom Brady had enough money. He could have stepped out. He could have did whatever. He could have found a woman who was okay with him making his decision to go back to the league 30 days before the league started every season. But he was content. He was happy and satisfied with his wife and his kids. And she wasn't. And she chose to step out with his own trainer.
God, I didn't know she stepped out with his trainer.
Yeah, it was his trainer. Wealth has nothing to do with the decisions that men make. It just makes them easier when they make them. Like Anthony Edwards, right? I don't want you, woman. I don't want that kid. I'm gonna pay you 18 years of child support. I'm out of here. Like.
And again, y'all are talking about these high-paying individuals. I'm talking about a common man who's making median income.
Yeah, it's easier. If I give you 50 million to leave, if I give you 50 million to leave, I give you $50.
You break it up. You breaking up, class. You going?
I'm breaking up. I said if a man will give you 50 million to leave, he'll give you $50. You see what I'm saying?
But I understand where you're coming from, but in the same sense, sometimes it's cheaper to, especially if y'all got kids, if y'all got a house, if whatever y'all might have, she might be coming for spousal support, etc.
That phrase you just said really shows you that men make their decisions, because you always hear women say it's cheaper to keep her. A man don't care. When he's not happy, he will leave.
We choose peace over pay. I just said it yesterday. Men choose peace over pay.
Not all men.
I did it. I'm your common guy. If you want to talk about I had to pay child support for 2 kids.
Not all men.
Most men are willing to do what brings them peace. They're willing to do what brings them peace.
I need some more women up here.
It ain't nothing. It just feels bad when your women are exposing themselves. That's all it is. Peace over pay. Yes, facts. Hey, everybody agree. Peace over pay.
Telling you, there ain't nothing like when you work your ass off to pay for a home that you ain't got no peace in. That ain't gonna last but for so long. Mm-hmm. It's no dollar amount. It's no nothing that's gonna keep me locked. That's gonna last but for so long. He breaking his neck, breaking his back, spending his resources, doing this and that, listening. First off, the most expensive price he gonna pay is your mouth. Listening to the woman's mouth. That costs more than whatever alimony is. Yeah. A woman that don't know when to be quiet. Shit. How much you say you want to judge? Send it through. I can't do it. Yeah. I can't do it.
Not all men are like you and Norris, but
Shoot.
there are some out there who are.
All right. I just don't think most women know they annoying. I just don't think they know. He said it's not a home. Classic. Yeah. When you don't have no peace, it's not a home. It's a place to stay. It's not a home.
And some men will continue to step out. And I mean, I know one or two personally who continue to step out because it's cheaper to keep it. So it's out there.
She said, April, keep
It is a yeah. I understand that, Jen. I understand.
Yeah. That's
generally speaking.
Yeah, that's how most men choose their wife, though. The woman they've been rocking with her to a certain degree, and they feel like she may not necessarily bring him peace. He may already be at peace. Like me, I'm an at peace dude. I wake up at peace. Your job is not to be a peace disruptor. Right. Don't disrupt my peace. I got peace. Don't break it. So most men, they choose their wife because they feel like they can, or she brings him some level of peace. That's how they end up at the jewelry store, you know? And then when that's gone, when you become an irritant, a headache, you know, you bringing down his frequency, tick, tick, tick. Time gonna be up. Even a simps, they just leave. They just take them longer. They'll leave. A simp will get out of there.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
So do you feel that more women stay longer than men do when they're unhappy, or you think the rate is about the same?
No, I think women leave way faster, and I don't think it has to do with happiness. It don't have to be happiness. It could be boredom. It could be, ooh, I see something shinier. It could be, you know, my friends, my miserable ass circle of friends, or my auntie and them finally got in my ear. It could be, you know, it could be so many things. It don't even have to be happiness. That's just something y'all say because it's common to say, oh, I wasn't happy. It shit don't even be about happiness. What was wrong? Y'all was going on 3 vacations a year. You had to work part-time. You had some kids, and then what's really wrong? What's really wrong? Oh, it's just that thing is gone. What thing? What is it? Call it something. What's the word? It don't even be no real explanation. You just want to go back to the streets. That's it. You got that itch.
Jen agrees. She said women leave faster for sure.
Yeah,
Trisha said, you're piece on the way. Not playing.
Yeah. So what?
Man. So now that I think this is something I'm gonna keep doing with Classic, man. Every time Classic is up here. So I'm trying, y'all know, everybody who know me, man, I'm trying to get Classic to change his palate, man. I'm trying to get him to increase
peeing down them slips.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Every day, God just drops something in my lap. He like, play this for Classic. You know, so I'm gonna call this segment "The White Side Continues," man.
Oh man,
because this stuff is gonna be good for the next Queens panel too, because he said they become even bigger headed. But on the Queens panel, it was you guys, and it just it drops in my plate now. But everybody keep talking about, do white spaces have these same conversations that we're having? And I continue to get videos literally just dropping into my place. And I'm gonna play this for you. And I want the women to hear how this woman takes responsibility and accountability after heeding advice from a man. Listen, it's like the first 5 minutes. She even talked about Oprah like they talked about earlier, but we're gonna play this.
If I'm not bringing out the worst in men, then they are in fact assholes. And if this is who men were, then I was doomed. So the idea that I was bringing out the worst in them, I came to think of it as that my attitude was like being surprised. Like if someone kicks a dog and the dog bites, or kicks a dog and the dog runs away, and they think, you know, that dog's an asshole. that is how women interact with men.
It's not popular to defend men nowadays, and it's not popular to hold women accountable for their behavior. And well, let me just ask you, how do you think we got to this place where we've been for some time, where everything is the man's fault and nothing's ever the woman's fault? And it's funny when they mention you, it's this in reverence, right? Almost like you are this goddess. And said, because she's a woman teaching a lot of the same things that you're teaching, and she's teaching them to women. And so I've had your books in my Kindle for years. And when you agreed to come on the call, I thought, okay, I'm going to read them now. And I've been reading them, and I've been loving them. And I don't know that we're like just mirror images of each other, but we both teach. You're teaching women, I'm teaching men. Basically, take responsibility for your experience in life, and let's quit blaming this on other people. And so I'm really loving reading your material, hearing these things about you, about how you feel about men and women, their interaction. So how back in 1991 did you get interested in these what got you looking at this kind of stuff?
But one of the reasons I said yes to doing this now is because I'm working on the sequel to the Queen's Code.
All right.
And which I always knew there would be a sequel, but to my great surprise, the sequel is the King's Code.
Oh yeah.
It's blowing my mind. So have you read the Queen's Code yet?
I haven't completed it. I did read your other book about men. What's the name of it? You tell us.
Well, so we have Making Sense of Men.
That's the one I've read. I've completely read that one.
Okay, that's the only nonfiction book I've ever published. And I specifically published it to get through to Oprah Winfrey, who,
really?
For some reason, it doesn't matter how many people tell her about me. She can't remember being told about me. So
I see everybody tells me about you, and I remember that. So Oprah,
Yeah.
So you wrote a nonfiction book just to get on Oprah?
Just to get her attention, because
So listen to that. Black America, this white lady was trying to get Oprah's attention. We just read a TikTok where the lady said she understands why Oprah is the way she is.
Because Oprah's organized around empowering women. And so this book was specifically in that way, called Making Sense of Men,
right.
A Woman's Guide to a Lifetime of Love, Care, and Attention from All Men. And that came after we had published Keys to the Kingdom, which Keys to the Kingdom is literally the prequel, like Star Wars. It's the prequel to the Queen's Code. The Queen's Code was the book I realized I needed to write in 1992 because I was just blown away by what I'd learned about men. And it was completely different than what I was taught or that I saw everywhere in our culture.
Right.
And I had to get the word out. And so how come I ask is because what happens in the first chapter of the Queen's Code.
I have read that.
Okay. That happened to me. It was
the frog farmer thing.
The frog farmer. My colleague made this announcement in a landmark seminar, just like challenging why are men wonderful in the beginning and then turn into sports watching, pizza eating, beer belching, couch slugs. Why is that? She made that challenge. And the landmark trainer, I was watching very closely. She's standing right next to me, and I expected him to get defensive, and instead he leaned into it. He loved that question.
And this is what Classic just said yesterday. He used these same words. He said more men need to lean into what they're doing, what they're saying. They're saying all the terminology that we're trying to say, but she's going to explain what the man said to the woman and why she started to look at how she was affecting her relationship.
And he was the one that sauntered up to her, purposely checked her out in as antagonized a way as he possibly could, because she led with sexuality. And he said, "Oh, I see. You're a frog farmer." And there's like gasps around the room. There are about 200 people there. And she's like, "Oh, what?" And then he explained, some women turn frogs into princes. You, my dear, turn princes into frogs. And then he literally just just shoulders and turned around. She stuck her tongue out at him.
That's very mature feminine behavior.
Very mature. Yeah. And this is a woman that I worked with. She worked part-time. She didn't make very much money. And when she said she was broke. And I said, do you need help? Do you need money? And she said, "Oh no, I'll just date a lot." And she literally would have a breakfast date, a lunch date, and a dinner date. She just used dating to fill in for her budget. And it was, oh my God. And I had been separated, was divorcing from my husband. I had a 2.5-year-old son, but my life flashed before my eyes when he said that. And I saw all these frogs with little human heads, and they were all my 10-day to 2-week ex-boyfriends. And my
Listen to her transparency and accountability.
my ex-husband and the relationship that I just jettisoned. And I just knew it was true that I was turning princes into frogs. And I was elated. I was so excited because I'd been part of transformation since I was 19 years old. Now I was 30 years old. And everything I learned about personal responsibility was making no difference in my relationships with men. And the idea that I was doing something that brought out the worst in men, well, I could transform myself. I'd done it again and again. I tried to change men and it didn't go well.
So as you see there, very good interview if you guys get a chance to like watch it all. But I thought it was very interesting because we always talk about it. It's the first thing that a lot of Black women bring up on Black panels is like, oh, is white people even having these? Yes, they have these. They've been having these conversations since 1991. 1991. This lady, 1991. She's been having the conversation. And out of all the information she got, it was her own self-reflection that improved her life. And she got the information by listening to and falling heed to a man.
Right.
And that man was actually being seduced. She didn't use that word, but she was trying to use her sexual, the way she looked and everything to get the man's attention at the seminar. And that's what men are living every day with social media, women half naked. Every woman can sell you their own dream because we don't know how they really live in life until you start dealing with them. That woman that Classic showed us today who had the orange dress on, who looked like a amazing model, but she was spitting venom. If you listen to the rest of her stuff, like it's so funny to me. And this is why everybody, it's very funny to me that we never think about teaming up and getting wisdom from everyone and not sticking to just our race to try to receive answers and little gems, you know, like, so I just want to get y'all opinion on what y'all think about that. Classic said in our culture, we call this ran through. Yeah.
Did she say she had? She said she had quite a few.
She said 10 after her divorce.
Yeah.
Hey, but think about it. We can call that ran through, but she took accountability because she said she messed them all up.
Yeah.
It's a difference when people are out here being 304s and not taking accountability and blaming the men for everything. I think men will have a totally different thought process if women were very more transparent about, you know what? Yep, I got a body count of 25 and I ruined all 25 of those. I turned all those princes into frogs. I think you would hear a totally different response. Now, everybody ain't going to accept the body count, but I know that you would hear a different response when people take accountability, because that's what women keep asking men to do. Y'all keep asking us to take accountability, but since 1991, this lady was trying to convince Oprah that she need a man. That, hey, maybe you're the reason why you can't find a man. You got all this wealth, you got all these things, but you're saying I'm just going to hone what his name is, Stanley or Stanson. What his name is?
Stedman.
Yeah.
Trisha said, if only most women self. Yeah. I said, no, that's why I came to your channel. Understand the difference in our culture. Y'all have yours, but we have, for real.
And I can appreciate you too, Norris, for looking at, you know, different cultures outside of the Black community or the Black cultural community or whatever.
You know, you got to know where you're scared. You got to know where you got to test the terrain out. You got to know what you need before you. But what is your thoughts about that, Class? I know we joking about the dating outside rape, but I think it's very interesting that these conversations do go on. But I like how the conversations go.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised at all. One thing, like I said, when we talked about superiority and inferiority and all that, white folks are results driven. You know what I mean? Women, men alike, they're taught to get the results. You know what I'm saying? So if she's doing a bunch of stuff wrong and she's seeing diminishing returns from her actions, it doesn't shock me at all. It's almost like they're raised for that, to be produce the results, get the results, and by any means, probably more so than we are. You know what I mean? So it's not shocking or surprising at all. Like I told you, bro, the brothers that have crossed over, I understand. I fully understand, bro. Right now I'm still indoctrinated to, to the headaches and the, and the and all that come with it. But
Mhm.
yeah, it is what it is. I get it.
How do you feel about her story, April? How do you feel from a woman's perspective?
She took accountability, and actually back in 91, she was trying to, figure everything out, so it's a lot of women, they don't ask those questions of what can I do to be better or what am I doing wrong. They always try to point fingers at the other person, saying that, you're the reason why we're not together. You're the reason why we can't do this or that, and so on and so forth. So, but me personally, if I feel like if you're not seeing who I am and I'm trying to give myself to you and I'm not understanding why you're not accepting of what I'm giving you, I'm going to ask you, what do I need to do to be better for you? And a lot of women, they're not open to ask those questions because they feel like they're perfect. And nobody's, like we said, nobody's perfect. But I feel like we don't ask that enough of each other. What can I do to be better for you? Or what does it take to make us better for each other? Or what is it that's missing to figure this out?
I just would, I really, when I listened to this today, all I could think is, I don't think this type of conversation will work on our side either. Because
a lot of resistance.
She will be what they call a pick-me. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm very confused with my own race. Like I would never understand us. Like I would never understand like not being able to hear people out. Like yesterday when me and Classic had Crystal on, like we all didn't agree with everything, but it was able to have a conversation. And I think everybody took something from somebody and overall, and it seems like we don't get that no more. Like in our culture, like, we always talk about slavery, but then we only talk about the parts that protect our argument, right? Because people who are educated, when you read the Willie Lynch story, right? He talks about butt breaking and everything, but at the end, the last few paragraphs, he talks about how we will continue to divide ourselves just by our skin tone. Like it's not even having to do with it. Could just be me and Classic arguing because Classic darker than me, and he'll be calling me Drake, and I can call him something. Like it's just like it doesn't matter for us the gems or the information that we receive. It's like we want to be almost like trendsetters and create a new terminology to make it bad. Like even with simps, some people call people simps, but I feel like if you're going to ever have an understanding, at one point you're going to simp.
Yeah.
Like you can't get a full understanding without simping. Like you can't have an open mind without simping. Now you might get mad because somebody called you a simp and you don't think you are, but technically, once you're able to sit back and take yourself out of it and you're listening and you're agreeing to disagree and you're agreeing, you're simping at some point. So I'm just trying to get an understanding, like how do we improve this when simping is negative, when pick-me's are negative, and then if you're red pill, you're negative, and then if you're, you know what I mean? Like where do we get a landing point? Where's the landing strip?
It's never gonna be one.
She right. You're right.
It's never gonna be one because it all that you just said is just like an opinion. And it's just like a butthole. Everybody got one. And everybody's always going to have an opinion on whether something's negative or positive. You can say that the butterfly is beautiful, but somebody's going to pick a part of that butterfly that's ugly. It's always going to be too many, people saying, yeah, this is beautiful, but no, this is ugly. So it's that's just what it boils down to, is that everybody's going to have their own opinion. Everybody's going to be strong in what they want to project, and they're going to try to put their not image, but they're going to try to put their beliefs in what something should be. Oh, so she's doing this, so she's a pick me. So the next person that does the same thing, they're a pick me, and they're going to keep putting that title on that, you know. So
Tristan said only in the Black community will they create a name for feminine women. The whole time they all trying to get picked on the low.
Everybody wants to be picked at some point. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it is what it is. You're trying to be. Everybody wants to be picked, and I guess the people that are displaying how they want to be picked or how they're projecting themselves to be picked is the problem. Instead of keeping myself composed over here, and I'm gonna be quiet, but I still want to be picked. Versus the woman who's like, okay, yes, I'm this soft woman, I'm this wife, I'm gonna be, you know, submissive, this and projecting my submissiveness or my softness out. Now I'm gonna pick me because I'm displaying who I am out there to be picked, you know.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, first thing, we all got to stop worrying about what other people think. I think that's going to get people the absolute farthest. But for real, it's over with for us. I say it on my channel all the time. I know I can't save Black people. I can't. My goal is to actually just increase the percentages back to what they kind of used to look like. That's my goal. The whole like majority thing, it's not going to happen. You got to understand, as a race, we live in a Christian country. Black folks is the most Jesus people I know. And as a race in the country, we vote against our religion.
Big facts.
We vote against we vote against God. For those who are Christian, I'm spiritual, so I don't have the same parameters on me but these folks be Jesus, Father God, and they vote directly against their own belief system. Yeah. It's only one side that want everybody to be rainbowed out. It's only one side that's trying to create hybrid humans where you just a fluid mix between a guy, girl-ish type thingamajig. It's only one side of the political parties that's pro that shit. And if you are a Christian, in your word, it says that's an abomination. That's what it says. And you voting against the Lord. At what? What was the last numbers? What we vote? 88% Black people voted Democrat? 88%, something like that. 87. Okay. So saving us is already, we already slow. We already a little simple. So we we already a little off. So I like to deal with the results. If you voting against your God, so off rip, okay, so everything that's in the Bible is up in question. Okay, do you desire to be a wife? What's your favorite Bible verse? These chicks don't even, they be talking about, I want a man of God. Don't even got a favorite scripture. You don't even have a favorite scripture. Matter of fact, you don't even have a physical Bible. Your Bible on your tablet. It's on your phone. You don't even have a physical Bible at your house. So you start studying the word when the internet drop? Nah. Ain't no saving niggas. I'm going to just say it. Ain't no saving us. All we can do is try to help the few that we can help. Yeah, I'm crashing out. Yeah, I'm crashing out because we can only save a small. I just want to reach the percentage that can be saved. That's it. The ones that's still in the water, the Titanic then already sunk. The ones that are still in the water, blowing the whistle. We just riding around in the lifeboat trying to pick a few out the water. That's it. Other than that, the majority it's over with. It's a wrap. Listen, you still got all these years done passed. Oh man, we all these years done passed, and we still waiting on Jesus to fix our problems. Y'all done resorted to waiting 600 years for somebody to float out the sky and fix your problems. So I'm supposed to wake up thinking I can help these niggas? Hell no. I'm not delusional. Right.
He said we not. He said classy right. We not saving these hyenas.
No, man. It's over with.
Vaya, welcome to the building. She said, "We got scriptures tatted and a verse."
Yeah, and a verse.
Hey, you already know.
Nasty work.
Yeah, I'm telling you, but I like this classic. See, because when I first met, because I used to get kind of confused. This was my own problem. I used to get confused with Black men who were kind of pro-Black or they supported Black women. And I used to think that's how they thought too, though. You know what I mean? I Classic taught me that you can separate the two. Plug told me that you can separate the two, because sometimes we think pro-black means I don't believe in nothing that has any common sense real on it. I don't like. It took me a lot of time to understand that. Like, no, you can be pro, you can be for something, and still not agree with all the other stuff that people have going on. Yeah. And that was one of the biggest things I learned, because like that's why I kind of like I love talking about politics, but I know that politics don't matter to black people. Because a black person will still today talk about something and don't care that gas has literally went down.
Yeah, no, we vote for government assistance.
Yeah, EBT.
We vote for government assistance. We vote for big, but that's what you got to vote for. When you replace your husband with the government, you got to vote for assistance, right? When you replace your man with the government, you got to vote for the government assistance. Oh, then y'all not trying to give us the money that I put my man out for. I can't rock with y'all. Even though everything else they believe in, go with your God, though. What's more important, welfare or your belief system? That's why I don't be buying it. All faith this and faith that, and I want to. That's why I separated myself. All the people I know who are spiritual and not religious are the people who know the Bible the best. All the people I know who took a real deep dive no longer classify themselves as anything. They be like, I believe in God, but this shit right here, I don't know. You feel me? And yeah, and that's when I know you actually went and studied. That's when I know. The people who be like, no, you don't get it. You don't get it. Ain't no contradictions. Ain't no. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, bro. Yes, it is. Look at your people. Do your history. Don't just study the book. Study the history of the book. How did I get this version of the book? What the book used to look like? How many books were there before they took books out? What version of the book did the slaves have? 90% of the Old Testament wasn't even in the slave Bible.
Yeah.
And then y'all wonder why we self-inflicted. We self-inflicting the same. And that's in the Willie Lynch letter. You brought up Willie Lynch. It's in there. He's designed the shit so that it will work on itself. You don't have to continue to do these steps. You implement these steps, and then generation after generation will self-enslave themselves. We're self-enslaved.
Mm-hmm.
You still talking about ain't nobody got their foot on your neck.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I'm cool. I can't, you know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not. I like sisters. I like how they look and all that, but I know what come with this shit, man. I know I'm very realistic. I know all of what come with this shit, man. I do.
Trisha said, right, we have to call out foolishness that's only going to set us back. Feminism has destroyed black women, and they still ain't figured it out yet. They figured it out. They just don't care.
Yeah.
Is it feminism or is it masculinism? Because listen, is it feminism? Because he's saying that has destroyed black women.
Yeah.
Is it being feminine destroying black women, or is it being masculine destroying black women? Because
that's what feminism is. It's disguised masculinity.
Yeah.
They gave y'all a view of what they wanted y'all to make it feel like. You know, when you go to the Black History Museum, they showing you the white women on the cover, and then they bring the black women on the cover of the magazines, and they start promoting all this. So, you know, the woman soldier with the. They wanted y'all to use that word, but it's just masculinity.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Like,
yeah, you can always tell the feminists, because when they describe the man they want, they describe a good ass woman. Yeah, a masculine woman gonna describe, when they describe the man they want, they describe a good woman, somebody to be supportive, encouraging, affirmations, understand their goals and ambitions. You describing a wife. You're not describing a husband. They want us to be hybrids because they've become hybrids. You half woman, half man. So you want me to be able to tap into my feminine when you and your masculine. No, I'm a man 24/7. Oh, but we all have a feminine side. You ain't gonna see mine. 24/7, I'm a dude. So when you and your masculine, there's two dudes up in here. Now that's not gonna go well. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. That's what I'm saying. So no, I know exactly what's wrong with us. I know, and it's self-inflicted. I ain't blaming nobody else. If a black person blame anybody other than some black folks, I'm not buying that shit. It ain't the government. It ain't nothing no more. That's been over. I would say that probably ended in the 80s for real. We've been able to really make some moves. We have. That's just what it is. And we do everything backwards. So the grace that we'll extend to an officer that do something to one of us, we'll extend them grace. We won't go to their house and burn their house down or hurt their family or nothing. These people get doxxed in 10 minutes. We won't pull up and go do nothing to them. right? We gracious and merciful. We'll let the court play it out, right? But let you seen what happened to Nipsey, and then you seen what happened to Dude Family House the same night. They put about 300-400 rounds in his family's crib.
Yeah.
The same night. No grace period, no time, no mercy, no nothing. We can't find you somebody that's related to you.
Hey, come on.
Everybody chilling.
Hit all the channel, man. That's what we talking about right here.
Man. We do everything wrong, bro. We'll get grace. We'll get grace to the people that's been so-called oppressing us, but then won't give each other no grace at all in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Everything is backwards. We tough with each other. But let Jimmy the Crickets at the mall act a fool. Don't touch white dude because no. If your ops is your ops. Your ops is your ops. So if these people been oppressing us, they should get the least grace. But we was taught through the religion to be gracious to those who lynch us. That's the real story of Jesus. They tell you, oh no, it's a story of sacrifice to forgive. I have to get into this because it's ridiculous. I'm God, right? I created everything that exists. Do I need to do anything to forgive y'all? If I just want to give you my forgiveness, my grace, and my mercy, do I have to come down here as a human? Do I have to be crucified in front of y'all? Do I need to create this big legend, or can I just decide to be merciful? It's just a simple decision. Y'all don't got to sacrifice a goat, nothing. I could just make a choice. I'm finna start being forgiven. And you already was forgiven. In the Old Testament, God was forgiving us. So what are we talking about? This Jesus getting slain and getting beat up like he did and getting lynched didn't give us additional forgiveness. It didn't. Moses was a murderer before he was called by God. But y'all telling me Jesus brought the mercy? The mercy been here, champ. It's been here. Y'all say polygyny not right. Oh, God want us. No. Noah, who built the ark, his dad, they say, oh, polygyny, men who have multiple wives in the Bible. I done had these debates. Men who have multiple wives in the Bible, they weren't favored by God. You can't even get out of the book of Exodus without finding a man with multiple wives who was favored by God. Everybody couldn't get on the ark, correct? Yep. Noah's father was allowed to be on the ark. He was a polygynous man. He had multiple wives. That's a fact. And he was allowed on the ark. You know how many people try to get on that ark? So we can't, like, these people be throwing around scriptures and they throw around their religion, they throw around this and that, and they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. So no, I can't take black people serious past a certain point, by and large, because we not serious about our fucking selves. We just not.
That's what I be telling
and it breaks my heart to say it because it's true.
Like I tell people all the time, like, because Classy used the term I got my glasses at 25. I was 20. I'll never forget it. I was at 25. And people won't believe me. I read my first book at 25. Like, read a book. Like, I don't know what it was. It was like one of the big transitions. Because it was at the time where I was going through my separation, going into my divorce. And, like, I was just changing everything about myself. I had lost all my weight coming out of Kuwait. Like, I started reading books. And it was no looking back after that. Like, I was talking about, I was like, I read something. And I'm like, how do people not get this? Like,
yeah.
I'm talking about you get it so quickly. Like I always tell people, you know, that's why white people, and correct me if I'm wrong, class. Some people might think I'm wrong. When I started reading like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, all that stuff, every white person talked about nothing but faith in all their financial books. Every financial book that a white person wrote, everything leaned on faith. Think and Grow Rich was literally a guy talking about he was visualizing sitting at the table with wealthy people before he was wealthy, having conversations with them. Like, I'm like, these white people are using the faith that y'all stood so strong on in slavery to prosper now. And we just forget about all of that. Like, it's crazy. Like, I just started reading stuff and it just, I'm like, this can't be real. Like, this can't. Then you go back and start reading the Bible. I read the books that ain't in the Bible, like the book of Enoch.
Yeah. You know
what I mean? So I started to learn about, you know, because at first I used to think horoscopes and stuff was fake. No, there was actually an angel that was in charge of all this stuff. A lot of things that they left out of the Bible was because they already knew that people were going to have a hard time digesting the little bit that's in there now. If I give y'all all this, we'll be in even more trouble. And that's why when you read the Bible, he still puts little things in there to let you know what is true. Because manifestation can't be real if Book of Habakkuk wasn't true.
Yeah, it's interesting. Somebody in the chat just said, Oz said, classic, God gave man free will. Well, let's talk about that. Which one is it? Is it free will or is it predestination? Because we taught in the black church, God knows what everything you're gonna do before you do it. God knows what's gonna happen. Yeah, predestiny, right? So you can't have both. You can't have both. If the future is already written, then I'm not making no choices. I'm living out a script. And everybody try to explain both to me. Yes, both. No, it's not. You can't have both. It's either the future is mapped out and we all just playing out the script because it's already written, or we have choices to make and there's no way to determine the actual future. Not in detail. Not in detail. Every time I ask somebody that question, they always try to explain to me how it's a little bit of both. Norris, if you come to a fork in the road and I'm God and I know that you're going to go right, but free will exists, you could go left, which would make me as God incorrect. You see what I'm saying? So you either was going right no matter what, and you don't even know it, and you just have the illusion of free will, right? Or you have actual free will, and even as God, knowing you better than you, quote unquote, know yourself, I still got to wait to see what you do with your free will at the fork in the road. I got to wait.
It's a lot to it, man.
We ask God to order our steps too, but we can't expect, if God gives us our answer in ordering our steps and we go out of order, that's where that free will come in. We can't accept. We can't.
But what does it say to order your steps in though?
In His Word.
You have to know that before He can order anything.
You're right about that.
See, that's what people keep, like, this stuff is deep. Like this, like that's why, trust me, y'all, Sunday service is coming, dog.
I can't wait.
It's so deep, and like it blows your mind. Like that's why, like classic, right? Old Testament showed you all the visualizations of what the crucifixion was going to look like.
Yeah.
All the terminologies we give Jesus, the Lamb of God. When Abraham put Isaac on there to sacrifice, a ram came. A ram can't even physically walk up a mountain.
I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. I heard somebody make a very good argument that in the Bible, the good guy is the bad guy and the bad guy is the good guy. But I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that for another day. And you can make and they made a good ass argument too. Which scripture? I said,
we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Hey, Tristan, we gonna be coming. We might gotta get Sunday service popping sooner, man.
I told you.
Gotta get it popping sooner. I'll try to wait till me and Classic might be on this Sunday, man. Like this is what we talk about. This is the stuff that we talk about, man. And like when Classic live, I'm able to like put this stuff out because like it's hard when you're running the show, but when you sit back. And like I tell people all the time, man, it like this stuff is real, man. You just gotta understand. You gotta understand it. You know what I mean? I tell people go read. Like people keep blaming Eve, but it says Satan beguiled Adam and Eve.
Yeah. I said classic. Satan can always enter if you allow. That could affect free will. Who's Satan? That's a good. Nah, I'm saying how many people the devil killed in the Bible? What's the devil body count? How many people the devil killed in the Bible? 0. The devil caught 0 bodies in the Bible. You could potentially say that Judas count, but Judas took his own life. You know what I'm saying? And that was conviction. That was what was it called? A guilty conscience. That was but. How many people did the so-called Satan, how many people did he kill in the Bible? God flooded the earth. God took out Sodom and Gomorrah. God closed up the Red Sea. God was smoking niggas all through the book. How many people did how many people did the devil kill?
Even when they said they were hungry, he dropped so much mammon they died from overeating.
Come on, man. I just asking. How many people, and I heard somebody make this argument. They say if you read the Bible objectively, you could easily make the argument of who was doing what. Like who, you know what I'm saying?
For content, it's like only
for content. It's just it could be backwards. You look at some of the things God did to test people. Hey, what was you talking about? Abraham was that Abraham took his son up to the top of the mountain, was getting ready to do him a disservice at the last minute. God, like, nah, I just want to see if you was gonna do it. Now, listen, that's cynical, that's sinister, that's evil. That's not my God. That's not Christ-like. Oh, you wanted me to take my son up to the top of the mountain and get ready to cut him up on your behalf just to see if I like you or not, like if I fucking with you like that? No. I think right there is where I start asking real serious questions. Like on my first read through, I said he had him do what?
He keeps saying I want my real back.
Oh God.
Hey, I keep telling people this. When you really read it and you think, we all just live in a replay right now.
Hey, come on. It's prophets everywhere. I just covered Cat Williams. It's prophets everywhere.
We're living in a replay right now.
We don't listen to prophets no more, though.
We're living in a replay right now.
So would you call the heads of mega churches false prophets or today's prophets, like the real ones? The head of mega churches.
I hate to use the word false because there's always some validity.
Mm-hmm.
That's you gotta let me think on that one. Because that's a hard discussion to have because there's always some, like, you can call T.D. Jakes a false prophet, but you can also find areas where he probably changed some people's lives. He probably got people to actually, you know what I mean? It's just a lot to it. I mean, I would recommend people read a book by Mary Baxter. Called Divine Revelations of Hell. I would highly encourage people.
Oz not playing with you. He said, Oz said false, fucking false. Oz ain't trying to hear it. False. I was just saying, prophets everywhere, man.
You just got to look at it though. Like, were they always false though? Because you got to. I remember watching. See, I grew up in this thing. I remember watching T.D. Jakes when he was in those hole in the wall churches, literally sweating out his suit when he was living in a shack. Like people forget that all these people started actually preaching the word at one point. It's the greed, the money, you know what I mean? Like, those parables about, a camel has a better chance of getting through the eye of a needle. That stuff is for those people.
I brought that up on an Anton review.
Which one?
I was doing this was like a couple weeks ago. This is before I left the country and everything. I was doing a reaction to one of his videos. And he was saying something about, like being, he was bringing up God and this, that, and the third. And I said, it's kind of crazy. The video I said, prove God to me. I did a reaction to the panel. And I was saying it's crazy because he's abundantly rich and he works like a poor man. And I said, it's crazy that he stands so firm on his scripture. And it's like it said, and I quoted the scripture you just said, it's harder for a rich man to get into the heaven's gates than it is for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I was like, so you having tens of millions of dollars and still working 7 days a week like a poor man, what does that say about your destination? It's just a question that somebody who has questions would ask.
Oh yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. If this is the scripture and you a minister over this big church and you making tens of millions of dollars and your church is taxed, you pretty much don't get taxed. The churches pretty much don't get taxed. So they can move the money and play however they want for real. Yeah. So you got tens of millions of dollars to your personal name and then other tens of millions in the business of the church. I mean, where are you going when this shit over with? According to the word. Just a stupid question. You know what I'm saying? Just a stupid question. That's why every time we talk about money, what I tell you, I don't even want past a certain amount. I don't even want to know what type of person I become if you just give me $1 billion right now. I don't even want to see that version of me. I don't know what that's gonna look like. I might be a whole monster. People say, "Oh, money make you more who you is." Nah, I know some niggas who touch some bread. It change you. It change you. You are not more who you are. You different. In other words, you don't know. Somebody give you $1 billion right now. You have no idea what that's gonna be for you. You just don't know. You might feel like you know till you really got it. Look, you thinking about it? $1 billion?
Oh,
yeah.
No, because
$1 billion. Yeah.
I feel like shit.
I think it may change me, but I think I would do a lot of great things. I'm a giver naturally.
Yeah.
Like even with what I have now, I give. So like I can just imagine if I was able to give endlessly. You know what I mean? Like I you know, yeah, I would definitely invest this.
You know, when you try to give past a certain point, you're gonna have to deal with some people, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you think they're gonna let you take your wealth and change the world for the better without no red tape, you got another thing coming.
Yeah.
You're gonna get knocks on your doors from all type of folks you ain't know, you know. That's why I always tell y'all, as long as you ain't trying to get past a certain amount of money, you won't see no red tape. You trying to touch past a certain amount of commas, you're gonna find out how wicked it get up there.
Yeah.
Kanye did. He a prophet. Kanye a prophet. Y'all think he crazy. Kanye be trying to help. He be trying to help. Y'all don't.
I told people, I tell people that all the time.
Yeah. He actually he what we used to call and sorry if this is now considered to be racist, but he what we would call the first Indian over the hill.
Oh,
that's what Kanye is. Yeah, I'm finna matter of fact, it's worse than that. He I would say he's like an undercover agent. I'm about to get in bed with the wicked, go over to that side, see everything over there, and then I'm gonna blow the whistle loud as hell. And we're the lucky ones that they haven't just wiped him out yet, that we still get to hear him run his mouth. Because every time he go on his visionary streams of consciousness, Kanye be saying a whole lot of stuff he not supposed to be saying, that a lot of people would have already lost their lives for saying. He's a high level Mason. Your secrets are your life. He be saying all type of stuff. But he said at this point he too big for them to do something to him, which I don't know if that's a real thing. Because anybody could get whacked, but for whatever reason, I think the public think he crazy enough to where they just let him cook. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of high Masons out there that you don't know about.
Oh, I know about them.
I always tell people it's a lot.
You just gotta watch how people, as long as you know the signals, the symbols.
Look
how they sitting. Look how they.
Some people turn their light off once they get once the glasses come on. You turn your lights off.
Man, listen, man. I know them.
You forget that 24-inch gauge. You forget. Yeah.
No, I know. Hey, listen. I know some Scottish Rite. I know some. I'm talking about up there now.
I've been there, done that, man.
Shriners. Now, come on.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah. So you know what's going on.
I got the briefcase for you. You know. Yeah, plumb line, Psalms 133rd, all that. But yeah. I tell people all the time, man, if people sat down with me, I experienced a lot even at a young age. Because I was like classic. I always wanted to know why. And I always tell people this: how can you be in a brotherhood that separates themselves by race? That's when my eye open up. Go look it up. You got your Prince Hall Masons, and you got your septum. It's two separate houses. Go watch the movie Rosewood. It's a lot out there on. We're trying to get there. We're trying to get up there. But he says I have an OG 1929 Mason Bible. Okay. But we're gonna have to break some more of these conversations. Y'all, Sunday service might be up this Sunday, man. I think it's a good talk because I think, especially for and I hate to make things about race, but I think it's very important for us as African Americans who do have knowledge or some intelligence of the word to really help people out. Not saying that we're the end all, not saying that everything we say is right, but I think it'd be very who of people to learn. Create their own journey. That's how I'll put it. Create your own journey. Don't be a follower. Create your own journey.
Yeah.
I tell people, go read the book of Acts, man. Just read the book of Acts. It's short for actions. It shows you pretty much every action or transaction that happened. It's all story based in the book of Acts. Like, just go read it. It'll show you. It's people who didn't even know about who Jesus was. They just heard about him. And they put their faith in just the word of hearing it. And then when they finally got to somebody, that knew about something, it all added up for them. And that's when they chose to give their life to them. But I tell people, it's a lot out there, man. It's a lot out there. A lot out there.
And if you're a Christian, do yourself a favor and get you a Quran. Read the Quran.
They don't want to read that. They don't want to see the different book of Job.
Most of them ain't read the Bible. That's the problem. So I mean, once you finally get through your book, right, that you're supposed to be living by, then go read the Quran. It'll benefit you a lot. Because I think that's what helped me. Listening to Muslims talk is what helped me to understand that it's okay to take some of that gas off of Jesus. And then the second thing that helped me understand it was learning about the slave Bible and the truth about it, the actual truth about it. See, all these years we were led to believe that the slaves had the freaking King James that we got now. 90% of the Old Testament wasn't even in there on purpose, because all the revolutionaries is in the old. But guess who they left in though and made prominent? Jesus. And you have to objectively forget what you was taught. We all got emotions, cool, but for a moment you have to objectively ask yourself why. If my oppressors gave us this version of the book, took all of this out, left this in, and made it prominent, is it truly for my benefit? The way I'm studying this, not the book, not the religion, but the way we were taught to study it, is it truly for my benefit?
Yeah.
You have to objectively ask yourself that. And sometimes the answer might hurt. Like I know a lot of people, they don't want their feelings hurt. It might hurt to find out, oh, damn, I'm 50 years old and I'm learning some truth that I never knew. And that shit got my head spinning. You know what I'm saying? It hurt, but you got to get past that. You got to get past that. To know better is to do better. You know what I'm saying? We need to, as Black folks, and not to, I know it is race. They made race. We got to talk about it. As Black folks, we would benefit far more moving like Moses, moving like David, moving like Noah. We would be much better off as a people if we worship them the way we worship the greatest public lynching in history.
For content purpose only.
For content purposes, we would get much further. Where do you think, if you're an oppressed people, do you get further exalting the man who was crucified and said, "Forgive him, Lord, forgive him"? Or do you get further exalting the man who said, "Let my people go or it's going to be some shit"? How do you get further? If you're an oppressed people, how do you get further? It's a clear answer. But don't nobody want to talk about it because of how we were taught. We were taught, oh, that's blaspheme. You can't say that. Yes, you can. Yes, ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna. I wish I would say something and Jesus strike me down, but you didn't pull up during the Holocaust. You gonna strike me down, but you didn't pull up during slavery. You ain't finna do shit. You're not finna do shit. That's why people like Jesus coming. Come on. We've been waiting, folks. You late. Oh, he may not come when you want him, but he gonna be on time. That's oppression language. If you ain't here when I need you, you late, folks. Say that to your boss.
But you know,
to your boss. I may not be here at 7 when I'm supposed to start, but you know when I get here, no, you fired. You fired.
But you know what it is too, though. We don't read the beginning and the end. Like we don't. That saying was something somebody created to make it sound good. Like we don't read what's all in between there when he says, you see what I mean? Because when you read Habakkuk, it talked about that, right? It talked about, what's going to happen. It will come, but so like, but people don't get the whole consensus when they read, and that's why people always, every Black kid knows the shortest verse in the Bible.
What? Too much. Oh,
it was the easiest. Everybody wanted that during Bible study, vacation Bible school, everything, because it was the easiest thing because it was catchy. Those catchy lines, and that's how we remember things. It's like a song. That's why everybody in slavery they sung hymns and everything was catchy, but we never took the time to get the substance of what actually needed to be thing. And now you get all these other Black pastors who pretty much preach that way. They give you one verse and then give you an hour sermon. How?
Yeah.
How can you give me an hour with one verse?
You can't. Not for real.
Yeah, you're going to a church that's doing that. They might just come on YouTube and
hey, why did the KKK used to burn crosses in people's yard?
I ain't never researched that, but I used to.
That's all good. I mean,
they're
a Christian organization. They're a Christian organization.
They all are.
That's what I'm saying, man. People don't. When you start looking into it for real, it's just like, hey, man, listen. God been around the whole time. These religions haven't. So just stick with God. Stick with your faith in the source. You know what I'm saying? the religions, it gets shaky. It gets shaky because it's just not as old as mankind. You feel me? If you gave me a religion that was as old as mankind, I could rock with that. These books 3,000 years old. We've been around for how long?
Yeah.
Come on, dog. It's been 100 different belief systems on Earth before we even got to this. Now y'all telling me all this shit mandatory. Y'all brainwash. And the problem with being brainwashed is can't nobody undo it. Because every time we tell you brainwashed, you more offended than you are enlightened.
Yeah.
When I learned that I was brainwashed, I was enlightened. I wasn't hurt. I was enlightened. Oh shit.
You started to seek.
Yeah. I
seek
need to
and
hold
you
on.
shall find, right?
Your own information. Yeah, learn yourself. A lot of people, you're right, brainwashed because they haven't done their own research. They haven't done their own reading and looking into things. They're believing what they've always been told and never seek the information themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But man, this been a good one, man. It's been a good one.
Most definitely.
Appreciate Tristan. You got a new follower from Tristan. Appreciate Oz. Trey Zilla was in the chat. Who else? We had Alicia in the chat. Jen in the chat. Vaya was in the chat. Who else we had up there? So so we appreciate everybody that came in here tonight, man. We're gonna close it off. Do y'all have anything for the people before we let them go?
Make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe on all our channels. The Classic Codes. Look, I'm plugging you first. Conversations with Sovereign, Souls of Thoughts. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe to everybody you see here tonight. Uncle Plug. Yeah, Uncle Plug. He couldn't be here, but yeah, make sure y'all go see Uncle Plug TV too.
What you got for him, Classic?
Oh, nothing that's classic with the Classic Codes. Y'all know, subscribe to me. I'll be live in what was it, 9:30? I'll be live in about 15 hours. We're gonna be right back.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna take a nap. We coming right back. This what we do. This what we do, man. Y'all tap in. That's all I got.
You too, Oz. And I appreciate y'all giving your time tonight, especially Classic coming up for us. April. And then I'm gonna tell y'all, man, just stay tapped in. We got something big coming. So just stay with us. Couple weeks, I think y'all will see a big change, but we appreciate everybody coming up, everybody giving their comments. Like Classic say, man, we just here to crack them codes, man. But we appreciate everybody. He said, I'll be around for the next. You said that last time. I will see you. Hey, put it on your ear. Put it in your ear at work. You good?
Yeah.
You're good. So we'll see you tomorrow, man. On No Middleman, we'll be back here at our normal time. It's on what 8:15. We'll go live. Class, you going tomorrow? One.
About one. I got therapy in the morning, so we're gonna see. Yeah.
Bad man. I appreciate y'all, and we out. What's good, my Souls of Thought family? It's your boy Norris, and I want to tell you before you leave this video today, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you haven't already, make sure you leave a comment, hit the like button, share this content, and make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And as I leave every video, God loves you, which is most importantly, I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.